Hello, another interesting episode of Sports Cruise on the Al Media channel. My name is Josiah, where today we'll be looking at some trending news in Europe because Bayer Leverkusen have extended the unbeaten run in all competition to 45 games. They nearly lost that game against Borussia Dortmund, but then they still showed some character and their unbeaten run is still intact. But then in the El-Classico, the news we are hearing is that La Liga are saying that they do not have £3 million to pay for the goal line technology, and in that game Barcelona had a goal denied because there was no goal line technology. What do you make of that? This is the Sports Cruise on the Al Media channel. My name is Josiah. So let's begin with Bundesliga champions, that's Bayer Leverkusen, who are still continuing with that fairy tale unbeaten run. This time they extended the run to 45 games after holding Borussia Dortmund to a 1-1 draw. Borussia Dortmund taking the lead in that game, but then it was Josip Stanisic, the player on loan from Bayern Munich, that scored in 7th minute of added time, deep into added time, to ensure that Xabi Alonso's men will still continue with their unbeaten run. So it was a social media admin who took to the internet to tweet a sarcastic, or to post a sarcastic tweet, and that one after Bayer Leverkusen held Borussia Dortmund to a 1-1 draw. Now the main question is, can they continue with this unbeaten run? Can they go the entire season without losing a game? Mind you, they still have a Europa League semi-final clash with AS Roma, but then also they have a DFB Pokal final to play. All right, so Manchester United also had to qualify for the grand finale of the FA Cup, and they will get to play Manchester City. But then guess what happened in their semi-final game against Coventry City? It was Manchester United that took a 3-0 lead until just 19 minutes to go in that game, and Coventry City staged a huge comeback against the Red Devils as they equalized in the 90th plus 4 minute.
Manchester United
to send the game to extra time. But then in extra time, another interesting twist occurred after Coventry City scored in the last minute of extra time, of the second half of extra time. But then United were just left off the hook after VAR cancelled the goal due to a Coventry City player being in an offside position during that build-up to that goal. But then United will go ahead to score or win via the penalty shootout, winning 4-2.
You are where we have to win, right? Yes.
But then also Manchester United head coach Erik ten Hag says it's an achievement, but then not a disappointing result.
What is that?
But how is that an achievement if you score 3 against Coventry City and you allow Coventry City to equalize all 3 goals in 19 minutes, force extra time, score in the last minute of extra time, but then the goal being chalked off thanks to VAR? How is this an achievement? All right, so the El-Classico ended 3-2 in favor of Real Madrid just a couple of hours ago, and it was Jude Bellingham who, for the second Classico game, scored in the dying embers to give Real Madrid the lead. Mind you that in the first leg, he was also on the score sheet, scoring in that last minute of the game to give Real Madrid a 2-1 win over Barcelona at the Camp Nou. This time around, he did it at the Santiago Bernabeu. When the game was 2-2, he scored to give Real Madrid all 3 points as they open up an 11-point gap over their beatrice rivals. But then that's a video of a little Yamin Lamal, who was an escort beside Sergio Ramos in a Classico game. And that's how far he's come. That's how far his career has come after he was just an escort in a Classico game. But then he featured in this El-Classico for Barcelona as just a teenager, but a few years later, he is also featuring in that same game.
Oh my God! Wow!
That is the dream of the young Yamin Lamal coming true. And then he was also voted the man of the match, which means that he happens to be one of the youngest ever to be voted man of the match in an El-Classico. All right, so in other development, it was the goal line technology in La Liga that stole the headlines after Barcelona had an alleged goal or a presumed goal chalked off because after the referees and his officials ruled out that goal because they felt it hadn't, or the whole circumference of the ball hadn't crossed the line. And that left Barcelona fans fuming as they claimed that they scored a clean goal which was not given by the referee, and they also feel that that goal, if had been given, could have changed the whole narrative of that game. But then after that match, Xavi said that he wasn't going to talk about it because he would be punished for speaking against the referee, but all have been seen and the world has seen what happened after Barcelona had a legitimate goal chalked off for the deficit of goal line technology in La Liga. But then also La Liga president Javier Tebas has also claimed that La Liga didn't have £3 million to invest in goal line technology, and that was the reason why the technology wasn't used in the Classico. But then how does that affect Barcelona? Because they have dropped maximum points, which means that they have handed the league title to their bitterest rivals.
You are aware we had to win, right? Yes. So if we had to win, why did we lose? I asked you that question too.
From your perspective, do you think that ball crossed the line? Should the goal have been given? And do you think if that goal had been given, that would have given Barcelona an advantage in that game? So former Arsenal player Samuel Nasri has slammed his former teammate and current Aston Villa goalkeeper, who is also the goalkeeper for the Argentina national team, Emiliano Martinez. And Samuel Nasri is saying that he knew Martinez when he first came to Arsenal as a very, very young lad. And Martinez used to be a very, very cool and shy type. But all of a sudden, his attitude and behavior has changed since he won the World Cup with Argentina.
Because actions speak louder than words.
Labeled Emiliano Martinez's attitude as disgusting, saying that he has really changed since he won the World Cup. With Argentina. But then also after winning the World Cup and also winning the Golden Glove in the tournament, you could see some celebrations from Emi Martinez, which back then people felt was inappropriate and that the Argentine shouldn't have engaged himself in such celebrations. But then, do you also side with Samuel Nasri calling his former Arsenal teammate Emiliano Martinez, who is currently the goalkeeper for Aston Villa, as disgusting? That's what he brands his attitude. Do you also share in that same opinion with Samuel Nasri? Okay, so it's been an interesting episode of Sports Cruise here on the Our Media channel, where we brought to you some trending news in Europe, Leverkusen with that unbeaten run. But then La Liga saying they do not have enough cash to pay for goal line technology. It's been nice having you on the show, but then you have to subscribe to our channel, Our Media Group, and then also like and comment. Let's us hear from you what you have to say about the stories with it today. But then also for more on the stories with it, you can log on to our website on www.ourmediahub.com for more. My name is Josiah. See you again in the next episode. Bye for now.